welcome and happy 4th of July. This is being released on that date, and I hope all of you are having a happy and safe, entertaining day off from work, however you celebrate. I thought today it would be kind of fun. I woke up this morning early and I watched a film by Not Fit for Print Beauty, Rebecca. She is a beauty editor, and she's also extremely knowledgeable about makeup, and she thought that she would look up US beauty products that she likes to use, and she would release this on the 4th of July, and I'm kind of stealing her idea, but I will give her credit. And I thought I'd do something similar, and I thought I would do a whole makeover while I'm at it. It's been a while, and I thought that I would feature my bad technique along with a few thoughts. My name's Kathy A, and I'm 65 years old, and really enjoying my single life. I guess that Independence Day to me means a lot because I love my independence. And I've never felt happier than when I'm alone, and I think I've lived alone more than I've lived with men. I was married 2 times, 8 years each time, and I've spent more of my life kind of away from people. I have lived with people and dated people and stuff like that. I guess that could count too for something, but I really enjoy living alone. I just hope that nobody out there is feeling bad or sad or alone or lonely because they are living alone, because I tell you, it's so cool. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about American-based companies, and these are companies that either manufacture in the USA or they, started and are manufactured in the USA. Some of them started elsewhere and manufactured in the USA. And I think just starting with the nail polish, I love this LA Colors. These metallics that you get at the Dollar Tree, they're so much better than Essie or any of us, and Essie is an American company too. But they're so much nicer, and they last better than the Essie ones. So, and they're $1.25, and nail polishes to me are an exorbitant price. Don't you think that like $10, $11 for a nail polish is like, are you kidding me? And this is in the drugstore. When Sephora has the same price point as the drugstore for something. Anyway, LA Colors, this is the metallic color, really, really nice. Shimmery colors. Their metallic line is really good in the Dollar Tree. For eye primer, this is the Rare Beauty, Selena Gomez's line. This is a Always Positive or whatever it is. Eye primer, really, really nice with a doe foot applicator. This works really, really well. I like it. I like her, even though I didn't like how she dissed Justin in a song that was very publicly done and in his musical style. I thought, come on, girl, get over it, okay? It was her way of healing, I know, I understand, but she did it in his style. I mean, it's like a real below the belt kind of a punch. I don't know. And I like the song. It's kind of, okay. Rare Beauty, and that is the eye primer. Really like it. e.l.f., of course, has these wonderful products. I use a lot of their skincare stuff too. I love their Holy Hydration, their exfoliation stuff, and I'm not as keen on that. But I do like the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Cream. I like their facial cleanser. I do like their sunscreen. I mean, there are a few things from e.l.f. that are really good skincare wise, really nice. And this is nice too. This is that glow that's supposed to be like Charlotte Tilbury's glow. And I think e.l.f. is really probably my favorite drugstore brand because they are just coming up with so many new wonderful things. This is the Lip Bar, and I talked about them in my last video, but I don't think they get, nobody talks about these. I don't think they get enough attention because they are high quality products. You can find them in Target, and then they have their own website where you can find them, and some of their products do land on Amazon, so you can find them there. I always, with small companies especially, I always encourage you to go to their actual website to purchase something, because when you buy something from a store or from Amazon, that company has to pay them a percentage of their sale. And the Lip Bar Concealer oh my goodness, really good. And you know, the Lip Bar was generally, it's a black owned company, and they basically came out with these products to, especially their eye palettes are beautiful. There's lots of shimmers, there's lots of golden and royal tones. These things really flatter deeper skin tones. You know, white girls can use them too, you know. It's like, and they did put in a light color concealer. This is the light shade. It's a very light peachy light color. It's very, very nice. It just dries down nicely, almost to a powder finish, and you can maneuver it before it dries to make sure it doesn't get into the cracks. I really like it. It lasts all day. It's got good coverage, and like I said, it's really not a product line that I hear about a lot. The Lip Bar, or TLB, which I hate initials, but the Lip Bar. And it's based out of Detroit, Michigan. It is an American company as well. Now, Ulta Beauty, they are based out of Illinois, and they do have their own beauty collection, and I do love this. This is the Complexion Crush, and I am wearing it today. It is one of my favorites. They have a really good lineup of colors. They have a warm base, a neutral base, and a cool base, and they have several color range, shade ranges that going from deep down to very, very light in all three of those undertones. So I think it's a great deal. I think right now it's on sale for 40% off or something, and it's already only like $14. So you know, it's a pretty good deal for the Ulta Complexion Crush. Now I have kind of dry skin, lots of wrinkles and lines. This isn't the best foundation in my collection right now, but a lot of my makeup is Korean based as far as face products go, because I think they've got it down with their face products. I think they're really good for highly moisturized, hydrating products. But for a U.S. product, I do like this, and manufactured in the U.S., but he was originally from France. Francois Nars started the Nars company. They are owned by Estee Lauder, who is an American company. They are manufactured in the U.S., so it's technically an American company started by a French guy. So I have a little bit of both of these on my face. I mixed them together today for this particular look. And Nars is kind of slipping in there because to me he's French, you know, and the names of his products are very sexually oriented, which can be very agitating to some of us, but the feminist in me cringes. But then I like the products, and he's trying to push the envelope for people's prudish standards. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword, really. For contour, Fenty Beauty, this has been my favorite for about 5 years in a row now since it came out. Rihanna Fenty, yes, the singer, came out with this makeup line. She was groundbreaking, the inclusiveness of it, but this particular amber shade in the matchsticks that she has is my favorite. I use it in the video contouring on my face, and I love this. I will always use this. I think it's a fabulous product. This is the Smashbox Cali Contour. Cali is short for California. Smashbox, I think I did a docutorial on them. It was a guy who was a fashion photographer, and he designed a makeup that would look good on the models that he was photographing to make them look better. And Smashbox, the Smash box is actually smashing the camera. The camera is the Smash box. And that is what the company was named for. And for years, they were like top-notch, top of the line, very popular, new products all the time kind of company. And then they went quiet. They went dark. And it's really odd because I started this online makeup academy as a student there. I mean, they had given me a free scholarship so that I would talk about it, and I'm really impressed with the online makeup academy. And they recommended Smashbox products. There were several things. There were primers they recommended, the eye palette I'm going to talk about in a minute they recommended, and this is really, really a wonderful face, actually, and also eye palette. And what this is, it's got a powder a contour, two sort of shiny, you can use them as highlighters, and then you've got a blush here and a bronzer here. And I think that these colors are wonderful. You can use them on your eyes, you can use them on your face. They work really nice. So I did use the bronzer in this and a little bit of the blush to set my cream makeup, cream blush. So this is a wonderful particular product, and Smashbox is coming back. I just noticed they just put out a new foundation, and I will give it a try and let you know about it in a little while. But that's the Cali Contour Palette. It's been around for a little while. It's not brand new or anything, but Smashbox, we really need to support these companies, you know, that kind of were slow in the background while everybody else was putting out all their crazy stuff and everybody fared well. But these people have been slow and steady, and they saved Stila. They saved Stila from ruin. You know, Stila went bankrupt, and they bought over some of their higher products. You know, the under eye cover and the shimmers that they had, the highlight shimmers. So I really love Smashbox as a company. e.l.f. put out some amazing products, and one of my favorites is the Turks and Caicos cream blush. This is what I am wearing today. And this is a light cream. It's very brightening, and I think it's a very positive thing, especially for aging skin. And like I said, I'm 65, and it really helps me achieve more of a youthful glow. I hate to use the word youthful. Healthy. More of a healthy look. Because I'm not ashamed of aging, and I don't think any of us should be ashamed of aging. We should be proud that we are older. We should be proud of it. We may reminisce and miss our young 20-year-old bodies or 30-year-old faces or whatever, but as we get older, our wrinkles define smiles and laughs and life. And I think that panicking over aging is one of the worst things this country does with women, especially. Men, for some reason, don't get the hit so much. Women, it's like you've committed a crime of some sort. They go, oh God, look at her. She let herself go, you know. And it's like, she let herself go? She's 90 years old, you know. And they were like, with Christy Brinkley, she took a selfie in the mirror. She had some makeup on, but you could see some very defined lines in her face. And people are like ripping her. And I'm like, what the hell, no, man? She's almost 80. She's almost 70, actually. She's about 5 years older than me. But anyway, how did I get around from that, from the blush? Anyway, the Turks and Caicos, really nice cream blush. Now, it's very light on the skin, and I always find that it helps to set it with a little bit of a powder blush that maintains that color, because I think on its own, I don't think the color is strong enough to last through the day. So I do set it with a blush powder, and I did set it with my Cali Contour Palette. For highlighter, this is the LA Colors. This is a California-based company. It's the cheap makeup you find in Dollar Tree, and yes, a lot of that stuff is manufactured in China. It is based out of California. This little stick has been such a surprise. It's a twist up, and it's a beautiful highlighter. I'm just so addicted to using it now. It's just so pretty. And it's so convenient, and it's cheap, $1.25 at Dollar Tree. LA Colors, this is the highlighter stick. And I'm really liking it. I just, wow, you know, it works. Highlighters to me are just, I don't know. I can't imagine investing a lot of money in a highlighter, because it just seems like it's so easy to use an eyeshadow or something like this than paying a lot of money for a highlighter. When somebody comes out with a new, like that new one from Laura Mercier, I'm like, are you kidding me? Really? No. Just no, Laura Mercier. Holy cow. Color correctors. This is IT Cosmetics, and I did use this for a color redness corrector. This is Bye Bye Redness. And this is something that I have a lot of redness on my chin that comes through, and it's from sitting with my hand like this, from food and drink cups leaning against it, things like that. So I love this Bye Bye Redness because it really does take the redness down. It gives me that extra layer in those areas where I need a little help with the redness. For powder, Hourglass is an American company, and the Hourglass name was actually because of the shape of a woman being an hourglass figure. I don't know why that is important, but I've loved their powders for years. I love their face kits when they have like, they're all like face powders that really finish really nicely. Hourglass has, I don't know, they're kind of good for a mid-tone to light colored skin. They did have a couple of years ago, they had a palette that came out that was more geared towards deeper skin tones, but they do not have enough inclusive shades in a lot of their products. I don't know what to do about that. e.l.f. has their Halo powders and their HD powders. Some of them have flashback and some of them don't, and I use some under my eyes and some I use on my face lightly. They do add a sense of like cohesiveness to the final look, and they do dampen down some of the shininess, so I really do like them. And I think e.l.f. powders and Wet n Wild powders are really nice. I know that Bobby Flav from Flav City, I do watch him, and he just annoys the hell out of me, but I watch him and I know he's a good person and he means well. But he just did some videos about talc in makeup and how bad it is and how you can get asbestos and you're going to get ovarian cancer if you use this powder on your face. And I mean, and then Dr. Dre went after him. So Dr. Dre did some shorts that were kind of showing Bobby's video in the background and she's in the front and she's just going, no, he's wrong. That's not right. That's, you know, and so his big concern was that in a lot of cosmetic products, and she was saying that it's, you know, there are regulations now and there are controls to keep it from, you know, becoming asbestos laden, and there's tests and things like that. If you ever watch Bobby Flav, you know, it's very discouraging if you eat like a normal person because he has this little app on the phone, and I have it on my phone, but you take a picture of the barcode, you scan the little barcode or QR code, you know, the square thing with all the do's and digits in it, and it takes you to his review of it, and he'll go thumbs down or thumbs up, and he'll have, if it's thumbs up, Bobby approved, you can buy it. If it's thumbs down, look at the details and he'll tell you you know, this isn't organic, or there's something called natural flavors in it, and he hates natural flavors. So I'm like, so yeah, there's a grain of salt here, but most of my food he didn't like, except my oatmeal, I think was, yeah, he didn't like anything that I like. But, you know, he's healthier than me too, so, you know, so there. Eyebrow products. NYX has some wonderful, like, affordable products, and Benefit, which is an American company, has some fabulous brow products that cost a bit more than these do, but these are staples in my collection, will always be staples in my collection. These are, you know, give or take. I think the eye pencils, the NYX skinny eye pencils, can rival these. I could probably do without this one and use this instead. So, and the tinted gels, I like Ultas, I like Essences, and this one is actually a NYX one. It's okay, but it gets those little dings. You know, sometimes the fibers they put in these things ball up at the end and they make a mess. So I'm not as impressed with their brow tint products from NYX, but I will say I do like their micro brow pencil a lot. And with Benefit, I think nobody's come to this level. Maybe e.l.f. has come close with their potted version of this, but it's basically a mascara pomade type of thing that goes on your brows and holds them in place. Nothing has been as good as this one, so I can't really say anything has exceeded it, but e.l.f. has come close. Let me just see. They have this one that's a potted version, and I think that's nice. You have to use a spoolie with it and put it on. This one has the spoolie built into it, and there's a comb on there as well. So there's a slightly different shape to this, and I think this pulls individual hairs up easier than this does with a spoolie. So this is a winner chicken dinner all the way around. For eyeshadow palettes, there are a lot, you know, of different palettes that come from different places. I'll just show you some that I really love, and one of them is the Smashbox, and I did use it because I was in school and they recommended this, and also they were judging us on certain, you know, eye looks and things, and I really enjoy using this. These little quads are very reminiscent of my favorite of all time palette, the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette that came out back in 2013, I think it came out. It was my favorite eye palette until they discontinued it, and it broke my heart. I bought a backup of it, and of course it's long gone now, and now Kat Von D left the company, I think in 2018 or 2017 she left the company. They rebranded, but they kept the initials KVD and rebranded. They're a mother company to other luxury brands too, so it's not just Kat Von D that KVD is in charge of. Anyway, I wish they had re-released that Shade and Light eye palette. I mean, it would have saved them from any type of issues they're having now. But the Smashbox has kind of two quadrants of shadows that are perfect, and they have different versions of this. This is the minimalist one, I believe. Yeah, the minimalist palette from Smashbox, and these are all shades. You can do your basic eye, and I did do a basic eye with this, and I used part of one of the other ones. This is a fabulous palette, and Smashbox deserves, isn't that cool how that starburst? Smashbox deserves our respect, and they now have recently, again, come out with some new makeup items, and I think we should start revisiting this brand because they've always had good quality stuff. My Makeup Academy recommends a lot of their stuff, and so why would they? You know, because it's good quality stuff, and makeup artists use it. So this is Smashbox, and this is the minimalist palette. I also like, even though I'm not crazy about Norvina, the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is a Los Angeles-based, Beverly Hills-based makeup company. They have done a lot of collabs with a lot of different influencers, and Norvina's quite edgy herself. They do a lot of really interesting color stories. I noticed a lot of the Norvina larger palettes are over at the TJ Maxx now. They didn't sell too well. They made some bad decisions, and she's kind of, I don't know, she's a little bit of a pisser, you know. She grates people the wrong way. She grated me the wrong way when they had that stupid failure palette, and she said it was user error, that the people who complained about it didn't know how to apply eyeshadow. And I was one of the people who complained about it. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, Norvina, you know, cut the crap. It's crap, you know. They were loose pigments, and it was hard to blend them. It was a mess, you know. Some people liked it. I didn't like that palette at all. But I did like this one. This is the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And Norvina, by the way, is her daughter. Anastasia is the person who started this company. Norvina is kind of the one, public relations and developer and all that. She's kind of the one that comes up with these. This particular color story is beautiful. It's very doable. It's functional colors, practical colors. You can make several different types of eye looks from it, and I think the quality is very, very good. They usually came with a brush too with there, which I've long lost. But I think the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes are really nice, and they are American-made, American-based products. Fairly new. Sydney Grace is a fairly new makeup company. I don't know when they started, maybe 2015, 2014, I don't know. They're fairly new on the market, and they have done some collabs with different people, and they've done their own color stories. When I found out that Mary Glitzy Fritzy had, done a collaboration with them, I thought it's a double-edged sword here because I'm not real keen on this company. I think they're overpriced, and I don't like their color stories. And I thought, oh, geez, but I'm gonna get it because Mary's, she's a good person. She's one of us. I like her. She's been a friend to me, and so she came out with a collaboration with Sydney Grace called the Blessed Palette. Be a blessing to somebody else is a big expression she likes to say. So this is Sydney Grace collaboration with Glitzy Fritzy. This is a cruelty-free brand. There's a nice mirror here, and this palette is beautiful. It's got it's got turquoise and purples, some fun things for summer, but it's also got some shades that you can use in autumn, and it's also got some year-round shades of basic functional shades you can use for basic eyes, and you can use just a pop of color. And I think that it's very well curated. She did a good job with the different shades, and they're all have personal meaning to her. And My Savior is actually the Wet n Wild discontinued creme brulee. So she sent one of her samples of the creme brulee to the company, to Sydney Grace, and said, make this. So for those of you who are really unhappy at the loss of the creme brulee shade from Wet n Wild, it's in here. It's My Savior, which, of course, Mary's a very spiritual person, and also this is a shade that can save you. It can erase mistakes. It can blend out some of your other colors together. It can kind of dull down something if it's too bold for you. So My Savior is a wonderful shade. She also has Be a Blessing, which is a beautiful light shimmer color for the inner eye. She's got Sugar Tiger, which Sugar and Tiger are her mom and dad. She's got Pogmaji, which is what her little sister used to call popcorn. When they had movie nights and they had popcorn, her little sister called it Popmanji, I think. Little Bit, I believe, is also her sister. Shy Guy is her husband, this beautiful purple. And this turns to a purple periwinkle color. This is probably my favorite color in the palette. My Buttercup, she'd say, what's up, Buttercup, to her friend Mel Thompson, and a lot of us who have been on here for a while know Mel Thompson was an extraordinary makeup aficionado. She was very, very creative. A lot of people used to send her PR to demonstrate because she was so good at showing different ways to use, especially eyeshadow. And she and Mary were friends, and when they talked, Mary would say, what's up, Buttercup? So My Buttercup is a shade that's kind of dedicated to Mel Thompson. So Mary is this beautiful kind of bright green. Let me see if I can put it on here. I'll just put it in the middle as a dash, which, a lot of colors, if you're scared of them, just put a little dash of them in the center. If you divide your eye into three parts, the center stripe is what I call the color bar, my center color bar. Just put it there, and then you get the essence of that shade, but you don't ruin, your whole look by looking like you're out of a 1960s refrigerator ad. PETA, I had mistakenly thought it was PETA, like PETA, the animal, activist group. But it's PETA, P-I-T-A, for Pain in the Ass Camera. She has trouble with her. All of us who record here on YouTube, we have camera trouble. Sometimes we're talking away and we didn't realize that the sound's off on our mic, or we're talking away and it turned itself off, and we didn't notice how much of our conversation was lost before we noticed that the camera was off. So we have to redo it, refilm, and so it is a pain in the ass. So pain in the ass, P-I-T-A is PETA, for pain in the ass. It's also a great shade for deepening the crease color or going on the outer edges. Cinnamon Girl is my favorite blending color. It's nice for blending black out. It's also nice for blending, if you've got the PETA shade in your crease, you can put the Cinnamon Girl around the edge, and it's a warm color, and you can transition nicely to the outer part of your eye with it. This is the fun shade, Fritziness, because she's kind of fun. You know, at the end of her video, she always goes this Fritziness thing. This is a really pretty color. I used it. I had a shirt on that was this color when I demonstrated that shade. And then Irish Heat is very similar to in the Comfort Zone palette from Wet n Wild. We all love that shade that went from different colors. And that reminds me a lot of that shade. It goes from kind of a green to a brown to a purpley color. It's kind of a duochrome sort of thing. And she calls it Irish Heat because it is a green to a warm tone brown. We have High School BFF is a beautiful silver. ME After 60, which is Mary Ellen After 60. And then we have Family, which is a beautiful deep brown, highly pigmented color. Holy cow. So, you know, you can use like the dark brown in the corners, the pita in the crease, and then, you know, use this My Savior as your lid shade, and you can do the perfect base eye. And then from there, you can add other colors to make this palette work nicely. And I know I spent a little more time on this palette than I probably should have, but I'm so proud of her for curating such a beautiful palette. And she did make a handmade version of these exact colors with their names, and she sent it to them, and they did what she wanted. I think the only thing that they didn't do that she wanted was the cover. I think she wanted some kind of different cover. What they did was they blasted all the shades that are in the palette in smoke, like blessed, like, could be like fireworks, I guess, but it was like, this is the smoky, these are all the colors in the palette with the word blessed, because she always tells you to be a blessing to everyone else. When you don't have any blessings, make sure you can be a blessing for somebody else. So I think that this is a fabulous palette, and Sydney Grace has etched themselves up a notch in my mind because of this collaboration. They did a good job, and I do recommend you visit this site, put in Glitzy Fritzy, and because it doesn't always come up on the landing page of this site. I was surprised. And if you put in the code Glitzy Fritzy, all one word, Glitzy Fritzy, you get a discount, I think 15% off or something. But then they charge you shipping. So, yeah. So, good job, Mary, Glitzy Fritzy. And I like this palette a lot, and it is a U.S. company. Urban Decay, even though they have gone downhill, I still love their eye pencils a great deal. I still have my Game of Thrones one, the Dragon's Breath one, but this one is Mildew. It's called Mildew, and I have it on my eyes today. It's a really pretty kind of a dark greenish blue color, and it's just a very unusual color, and I love it. I love their eye pencils, and you know, when Wendy left Urban Decay and she sold it, it did lose a lot of flash, and they went kind of meh. I think the quality wasn't as good, the edginess wasn't there. I miss Wendy at Urban Decay. So Wendy left Urban Decay, and she started a new company called Cali Ray. And Cali Ray is sold in Sephora, and you can find them on their own website as well. They make an awesome mascara. And she is concerned about the toxins that are in cosmetics. As there are toxins everywhere, we're starting to notice long-term effects of environmental toxins. I think we became very aware of how easy it is to pass germs and bacteria around with all this COVID stuff we just went through. And we're becoming more minimalist now, and we're becoming more decluttering our lives. I think we're starting to become more aware of the perils of single-use plastics and other types of things. So I think that she's kind of started this new clean cosmetic company, and Urban Decay is kind of gone downhill since she left as far as being edgy, as far as having good quality products. I think they really have waned. So now Tarte, I do like a lot of Tarte products, and this is something I've used for years. This is their Tarte, this is their ergonomic eyelash curler. I've had this for probably about 5 years. They still sell it with a little Lights, Camera, Lashes mascara. Comes in a little set. Well worth it. My favorite eyelash curler. So Tarte is also an American-based company. She did go to the Amazon, I guess, to find a lot of the Amazonian clay, which she noticed the people working along the edge of the banks of the Amazon, their hands and skin were beautiful. And here they are under the sun getting sunburned, sun-damaged skin, and it's the Amazonian clay had the nutrients and minerals and things in it that were good for their skin. And that's why most of the Tarte cosmetics are based with Amazonian clay. And I really liked the idea of that. I really supported them. They had some good palettes. They had some good cheek and face products. I love their exposed blush. Right now I don't have anything of theirs. I was like, don't I have any Tarte? Wow, you know, because everybody should have exposed in their collection. So I'll probably, you know, pick up a few things. But I pared down my collection minimalist-ish. So I only have 2 blushes. Yeah, for real. So anyway, that was Tarte. I really like them. I do support them. And they are an American company. She is an American lady. Thrive Cosmetics. Now, this mascara is awesome. It's my favorite. And there have been so many people who have tried to copy this. They come close. Where this excels with me is it costs about $25. And some of that money goes towards giving back to the community. Cosmetics. It's Thrive Cosmetics. C-A-U-S-E. And what they do is they give scholarships to nurses. They give cosmetics to shelters. They give cosmetics to the Look Good, Feel Better program. And they do give monies as well to victims of fires and things like that. They may not need a mascara. They need to get a pair of shoes, you know. So they would give money to things like that. So they give to causes. So that's the cause of Thrive Cosmetics. And so I don't mind paying a little bit more for something like this. It's a quality product. I have very hooded eyes, and so when I put mascara on, my lashes beat up against the hood of my eye, and I constantly, especially in warm, humid weather, I constantly, you know, get little dings up here from the mascara melting in the heat. This doesn't happen with this. It happens with most other mascaras, and so that's a way. And also smearing, flaking, things like that happen with other mascaras. They don't happen with this. And I thought, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I really like this. I'm tired of buying a bunch. I have one other mascara, and that's not an American one. It's a British mascara, a Korean, Lottie London, you know. So Thrive Cosmetics mascara, and they are an American-based company. Now for eyelashes, I'm kind of torn. I love Kiss, and they are a New York-based eyelash company. This is one of their newest installations. This is the lifting eyelashes, and basically the concept is you take the eyelash and you lift from the bottom up. It's on the underside of your eyelashes. So it saves you the room on the top, so you've got that real estate where you can put eyeshadow and eyeliner and stuff. And it makes your eyes look fuller and bigger. So it's almost like a tight line on the inside. I have 2 on the ends of each. But it's an awkward kind of learning curve with this. And if you pull it off of the little tray wrong, you can rip it easily. So this is awkward. I'm not sure how we can do this better so that we can pull these off so that it doesn't rip the glue off. Because the glue sometimes looks like a little glob of white. And when you're pushing it in, you see those little glob of white. That's part of the glue. So it is an awkward thing. But it is doable, it's quick, and once you figure out how to do it, it's really cool. And they do stay on all day. So I do like these. They say they're multi-use, but they're not. They seem multi-use, but what you have to do with them after you use them the first time, they don't stick a second time. You have to use like a lash glue with them and put them on the top because they don't stick. And I don't like to use lash glue underneath because it's too close to my eyes. Way too close to my eyes. So Yeah, I'm on the fence on that one, but I do like Kiss products in general. I also have the Kiss lash liner, which is an eyeliner. You actually draw the eyeliner onto your lid near your lash line, and then you just place the lashes on there. And it's a glue and an eyeliner in one, and I really like that. They have, I think they have black and brown in this, but wonderful, wonderful concept. But Kiss Lash is indeed a American product. Milani is it is an American-based brand. I do like this. I did use this as the underline for the rest of my eye. That wasn't, covered in the lashes, just for the cohesive line look underneath. The Milani eyeliner is really good for tight lining underneath. Just have to let it dry a bit before you blink. And really, really wonderful. And Milani makes some really good products as well. And they are very affordable. And yeah, I don't have anything really bad to say. I like their eye primer as well. As far as lip products go, for lip liner, I love the NYX lip liners. They're inexpensive. Again, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I do have some more expensive liners. I do have Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I think that's a wonderful, that's one I actually pay the money for. But American based, I do like the NYX lip liners a lot. Now for lipsticks, I do have several different American lipsticks, but I think my favorite's got to be Revlon. And I'm so glad Revlon pulled themselves out of that bankruptcy situation. They have made it to the other side. They're clear now. They're good. So Revlon survived the bankruptcy situation from 2021. I'm really glad because I use their hair products, especially their air brush. I use that on my hair today. I love their stuff. And they used to have wigs. They don't have wigs anymore. But this is Rich Girl Red is the name of this particular color. And I think it is my red. It's a really pretty red, and it's not so over the top that I feel uncomfortable in it. This is a red for people who are scared to wear red. And I think it's not too blue red and it's not too orange red. It's like just right. It's like the perfect red for me, and it's called Rich Girl Red from Revlon. And I think it's the perfect red for me. I do have a whole bunch of these Maybelline Lifter glosses for lip glosses. I have Sun, Opal, Reef, Moon, and Topaz. And I think Topaz is awfully nice. It's a very pretty, Topaz is a very pretty color. And let me just put some Topaz on. Has a little bit of shimmer in it. And it's got sort of a coconut kind of scent to it. Really adds a lot of oomph to your lips. And I notice all of these, the lip glossy ones, they all seem to have the same effect. The cream ones that have pigment to them are more like a light lipstick, a sheer lipstick. But the ones that are shimmery and sheer, they all seem to do the same thing to my lips. They deepen their color just a little bit because I think as that hydration gets into my lips, it deepens their color and it makes them shiny. And if it's Topaz or if it's Sun or if it's, Opal, they all seem to do the same thing. They all seem to look about the same on my mouth. They look different in the tube. They look different on my hand. But when I put them on my mouth reacts to them all the same way. So I don't know. The other lip gloss that I love is Blended Girl Cosmetics. And this is a lady who is a Native American woman who has a Native American cosmetic company. And this is a wonderful, wonderful shade. I believe this is called Sandstone. And she has a lot of different lip products. She has eyeshadow palettes as well, blush products. Really, really nice. It's a beautiful company, a really nice lady. And I did demonstrate this in the demo as well. So Blended Girl Cosmetics, she is a Native American lady, and I do highly recommend these products. On my hair is the L'Oreal Elnet Unscented. There's an unscented one. You can find it on Amazon. It holds really well. I don't like the smell of Elnet regular. It reminds me of when I was doing my special on L'Oreal, and they showed pictures of the beagles with the hoses attached to their snouts, and they were spraying things into their nostrils to see what it would take for them to pass out. And Elnet reminds me of that. So I got the unscented Elnet, and it's you can still have, there's still a little bit of something there, a little bit, but it's very, very good as a hairspray. It holds your hair nicely and doesn't weigh it down, and you know, it's still fairly nice to touch it. You know, it's not like really super hard straw. So Elnet, and the unscented version is the one that I would recommend. I can't stand the smell of regular Elnet. I would never recommend it. I didn't use it for years because I didn't even know they had an unscented version, and then somebody was talking about it. So that's my makeup stuff from America. I'm going to show you a makeover from start to finish, how I got from there to here, and I'll be back with you in a minute. I hope all of you have a wonderful holiday today. Enjoy your day off from work, or just enjoy your day. Chill out, and I'm going to have some ice cream. Why not? Because I can, and I don't have to run it by somebody else if I eat it or not, okay? Okay. Everybody take care. I'll see you in the next video. Play safe. Take care. Toodles.